What's up? It's Joseph R. Wheeler III. I'm the president of the ONYXCON Foundation, broadcasting live from the Metro ATL area. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the whole wide world, wherever you are. You know we do it for the whole global community of everybody who supports and loves what we are as ONYXCON. Especially all my countries I've already been to, all mi gente. Okay, shout out to República Dominicana, shout out to Mexico, shout out to Malaysia, shout out to all the nations and places I will be going. How about that? Because there's many places I want to go, just ain't been yet. That's all. The word is yet, not. You know, it's just yet. That's it. Yet. That's the only hindrance is the yet. Because we coming, we going places. You know, you understand? One way or another, we gonna figure it out. Because we do vlogs. We do travel vlogs, we do reviews, music, games, movies. We are in the film business. That's right, I am a part of the film business. I'm eligible for SAG-AFTRA. That's the union. If you know, you know. Okay, I'm SAG eligible. Only my actors and folk who understand the biz know what that means. But I'm speaking to you. Look it up. Because we, you know what I'm saying? We're here to educate and entertain. And this is a journey, you know what I'm saying? It's a marathon, as the late Nipsey Hussle said. It's a marathon, y'all. We're in the marathon. The marathon continues. Yes, it does. Indeed, it does. It takes time to get to these places of what people consider success and wherewithal and stability and all those words, right? And we are proud, very proud of our 1,400 plus, soon to be 1,500 subscribers. We are so happy with y'all. Thank you so much. You're the reason why I go live every day. You, yes, you who are subscribed, and you who are hitting the button right now, who are about to subscribe, because you want to be a part of that. You want to be acknowledged as part of the monetization nation. Those who truly see the vision. And that's what I mainly want to. I'm gonna discuss a couple of things today, but I'm gonna start off with that. First topic is those who see the vision. I want to shout out one of my homies, one of my day ones, one of my, like I'm talking about somebody I grew up with that we met in, damn, where did we meet? Was it middle school? Shout out to my homie, E. Chile. You know who you be, my homie. Man, when I tell y'all, me and this brother, we go back. That's the homie right there. I'm talking, we go back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Grade school stuff, you know, before gray hairs, before, the percentage of 50-50 divorces. We done lived some life, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay, all the other levels, all through college, everything. Serious, true friends. You know, people who have been there for you, by you, always with you, no matter what. That's who I'm talking about. I'm talking about my real day ones. Shout out to E. Chile, man. I hit up my homie the other day. We got a chance to chat. And actually, I was in a store doing some content. I was getting some of them videos y'all be watching and enjoying. And shout out to everybody who's been liking and watching the shorts and even the long videos especially. Please start watching the long ones too. I thank y'all for watching more of the shorts because I'm purposely doing more shorts. Trying to see if this thing balances out. But we losing watch hours because all y'all do is watch the shorts. Y'all don't be watching the long videos. And that's hurting the channel. We need them 4,000 watch hours. But I was in a store about to get some content. I'd already started filming some stuff. I'm shooting angles on different cool kicks and stuff, sneaker content and clothes and stuff, and for ONYXCON style when I do the flip through that y'all seem to love. Like I say, I'm seeing more and more audience for it. The average video I put out like that on short, it will always hit over 1,000 now. It used to be my average was like 400. Now I'm hitting 1,000 and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I can't wait to see that K after a number. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful to see 1,000 for the work put in, you know. But he hit me up while I was in the store. I was like, oh man, what's happening? Because I had called him and I didn't know if he was gonna call me back. And we got to chopping it up, you know, catching up on life and everything. And homie told me, he said, you know, man, I see you though, bro. I said, what you mean? You said, yeah, I see you, man. Got the 1,400. I said, oh man, thank you, man. I said, you part of it, you know. That's the reason why it happens. And he said, no, but I see your vision, man. How you moving? How you doing this? And why you doing this? And I always saw it, but I said, man, that means everything, brother. That's fuel to the tank. That's putting them, man. That's all I need. I stay crunk, but you done fueled the tank with that, man. You done talking about, yeah, I see what you're doing. I see why you're doing it like you do, and how you bringing integrity to all of the things that people take for granted. And, you know, whether it's showcasing cool stuff as far as fashion or movies and all that. He just went down the list of all the stuff. Like I said, you really be watching, you know, viewer comprehension, not somebody who just say, oh, yeah, I follow, I subscribe. And no, you don't. Not if you can't. It's like a pop quiz. They say, what was something I talked about in one of my lives? What was something I talked about in one of my videos that was edited? What are the places that I visited? What are the movies I reviewed? What's your favorite playlist out of all my music playlists? You know, I could go on and on and on. Which interview did you watch from my podcast series? Okay, because I was doing them big before people were calling everything a podcast. You feel me? I'm talking about the real, you know, and that's the kind of friend this is, you know, somebody who don't really gonna give you ain't gonna even ask them. Ain't gonna be no pop quiz. They're gonna start talking about, man, I like when you did this, and you was talking to that honey on the street, boy, she was feeling you. I was like, oh, you saw that too? Yeah. Folks who really watch the content, thank you. You know who you are, because you can't front. There ain't no faking that. You either did or you didn't, you know. You either did or you didn't, you know. I got all kind of friends, but I know who the real ones are. I know who the fair weather ones, and I know who the ones gonna be really there doing what they say they, you know, what they about. They say, man, I support you, and it shows. It ain't no game, you know. If they ain't got funds to give, it's okay. If they don't have, you know, a donation to give, it's okay. They watching. That's I say it all the time. I say it's thumb love. Your thumbs is how you can show that. You hit that like button, hit that subscribe, show that you really care, that you are really involved in this process. Because everybody want to ride the wave when we get there. See, I heard I don't know who this was either. I was listening to Sirius FM the other day, and there's this rapper who, like I said, I don't know who it was. I think I know who he might be just because the voice sounds familiar, but then there's a lot of guys who sound like this. And he's got this rough kind of voice, sort of New York, like he got to be from somewhere up there. And like he's like, you know what I mean? Don't do this and don't do that. If you do this, then it's gonna lead to that. Like kind of, his whole rap was like a warning of when you're on social media how to move to be successful. Now he was saying it from the perspective of a rapper though, so I'm kind of laughing at some of the stuff he's saying because I'm like, yeah, okay, well. This is a prime example of why I always say for the cultures, plural, and not for the culture, because there's no one culture. There's no one way to be. There ain't no one person's ideology that covers everybody's perspective. It's that, and to pretend that that's the case is absolute lunacy. So this was a prime example of it because, like I say, I was a couple of the lyrics. I was like, okay, I feel where you're coming from. Speak more. I hear you. I'm still listening. Okay. You know, it's like I'm checking off a list as he go, because that's what he's doing. He's giving you like this. Hold on, y'all. Can't see these damn numbers. I hate houses that you can't see the numbers. Yeah, I'm back on the side gig stuff. You know how I do if you watch the channel. None of what I'm talking about right now shocks you, because you're like, oh, I know the format. Joseph be on his grind, man. He on his grind, and he still take time to go live and make some content. Damn right. That's what we do. Hold on, let me see. Is this it? Yeah, that's it. Hey, yo, if you got a home or an apartment and your number is not clear, it would behoove you to go invest in some numbers, some big numbers, so that anybody can see that's me. That's the place. Not no little tiny ass number like this that when you're driving by, you got a damn black sign, and it probably used to be silver off with the damn. No, it used to be silver because I see other ones that are. And it faded off with the rain and the weathering. So now it's all black on black. You can't even see the damn number. All right, y'all, I'm back. So yeah, back on topic too. I was saying that, like, you know, my real supporters, you know who's real when they can quote moments in content. Stuff you forgot you did, because when you do this for real, you post every day. And they know, oh, I'm working on this one video. And yeah, if somebody talking like that, they already monetized. I can't wait to be that person where, you know, oh yeah, I got an epic coming out, man. You know, drop one long video per month. Maybe a handful of shorts every now and then when I feel like it. You know, That's when you monetized. That's how you can tell when somebody is fully monetized on YouTube and in other parts of life, probably, because they probably got the cushy job, plus they do YouTube, and both things are paying. Then you got all kind of sources of income. You know, you got stuff. You got laundromats, vending machines, freaking crypto and stock investments that go up and down and all around, but you ain't worried about it because you got the other money coming in to back that money up, and and all that old stuff that folk be doing, when they got it like that, legally and illegally. Because I've come to rest my heart with. I used to be so. How did they do if they came from and they had to deal with and no, you got to add up the real math, because the math don't be mathing. But once you start getting the little pieces of the puzzle and read the room, and like they say, be quiet long enough to let a fool tell on themselves. You watch folk who brag and boast too much. And then there's genuine people who just got money and ain't bragging and boast about it. And they may have done some completely honest things and unhonest things to get to that success, but they don't brag because they understand, man, they lucky to be alive kind of situation. And they're humble about that shit. Those are the ones I respect. The folk who talk that other stuff, that all that, act like everybody ought to just, they got to be on their level or they don't exist, and they got to do it the way they do it or they don't matter. And if they ain't got the kind of money coming in that they got, then they calling somebody broke and all that old bullshit. Like, okay, keep on living. We're gonna see who's gonna be broke. Y'all gonna stop misusing these terms, man. It's very detrimental to the history of the way money actually flows, especially in this country. Like they say, it come and it go. So speaking of this rapper again, because he said a lyric kind of like that, this guy that I was talking about before I took my little break, he said, don't be talking about you only do a show for a certain amount of money. I can't remember the lyric, but this is basically what he said. Like, don't be saying you won't do a show but for a certain amount of money, because money come and money go. And you'll find yourself in a situation where you say, I only do a show for 100,000. Well, don't nobody want your ass for 100,000, but they are offering you 20,000. And your bills are due, and 10,000 of that will cover all your bills at least for a couple of months. You gonna take that or not? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't say all that math I just did, but I'm giving you an example of why it made sense when I heard that lyric. I said, all right, okay, all right, check like that one. What else you got for me? Then he was saying, like I say, as soon as you say something I feel, like I say, for the cultures, because I'm gonna take the parts that make sense. Whatever's functional, I'm with you. Whatever's dysfunctional, it don't that ain't adding up in my bank. Maybe somebody else's is making their day. It ain't make it right for me. But he said, don't ever get online on social media saying that you want people to support you. You may as well, I forget the lyric. Like I said, I can't remember the verses, but he said something to the effect of, he was kind of alluding to say, you don't never need to let nobody think that they can support you or whatever. And I was like, okay, so this is this mentality, like, I don't need no help, yet you want fans. What the hell you think fans are? Fans are support. That's what a fan is. A fan is a support. Somebody who supports what you do because they like your energy. There's something about you that resonates with them. It may not be everything, but something about you is working for them. They like your energy. They say, man, that's the kind of people I like to be around, whether it's like a good friend type vibe, a family member type vibe, big brother, big sis, big whatever, grandma, grandpa energy, whatever it is about any given individual, girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband, whatever people get from you is why they follow you, is why they support you on social media. And to act anti-social about it and pretend it's not the chemistry that it is, and act all, I don't need none of y'all, but would y'all please subscribe? Like, no, dumb, no. Now, I am a big advocate of boundaries and quality over quantity. I don't need everybody. It kind of matches the other statement he said that did make sense. I don't need, I will humble myself to the $20,000 gig. If the $100,000 if that's my price, but I can't, ain't nobody gonna pay that right now. And it may not even be that they don't want to pay it. They know I'm worth that. They just, hey, man, when people say there's a recession, it's not a joke. It's not a, they're just throwing words around. It's not real. Just to say that kind of idiocy is the same kind of mentality that doesn't believe global warming is real. And then a damn hurricane happens in a place you never expected it to happen, wipes everybody the hell out. Like, just don't pretend that what is not happening. It's happening. Everything that's weird about weather, everything that's real about money and how it really flows and how ups and downs through life. So when you can be respectful of that, like I always say, the chemistry that people ain't living by that they gotta learn. And not everybody, but there's the few, the proud over here. That's why I say I'll take quality over quantity. I only want people who understand this mentality. I don't even want people on the money, power, respect, money, power, respect. Get the hell off my page. This ain't your tribe. I'm telling you right now, this ain't your tribe. That's not, like I say, have boundaries. But aside from your boundaries, I see nothing wrong with telling your fans that are the people who are the quality you're looking for. The people who live by respect, power, money. Mind you, this is my philosophy. This is obviously nothing this rapper said. But I'm saying respect, power, money is the motto. So if you find enough people who live like that, and I feel like that's why I know that's why my number is low over here. It ain't because I haven't put in the work. It ain't because every day I don't do what I'm supposed to do as a YouTuber. It's because the way this thing is built, the system is built off of, and most of the people on here are looking for fluff. You look at the top videos and whatever's hot on YouTube, and you're gonna see mostly fluff. I'm not saying there's nothing of substance that's not getting numbers, because it is. But it's gonna pale in comparison to the other stuff. The ridiculous, the absolutely absurd, the obscene, the obnoxious. Oh my gosh, the obnoxious, the wasteful. You know, I told y'all in previous videos, I've seen videos that I didn't want to see that I've come to find that a lot of kids like me and my same homie, we was talking about this on this conversation yesterday, the one I was catching up with. He said, man, you'll make it, bro. You just got to say, I told him, I ain't worrying about it, bro, because I'm only going for I don't want the millions if the millions is numb in the brain. I want the best of the best as subscribers. I want people who are thinkers or want to be thinkers, trying to improve their brain and are worldly, not limited and stifled by all kind of limiting, simple ways of being anything. Just like, you know, like overly religious. So if you ain't Christian, they ain't gonna follow you. I got something else to say about that in a minute. I got something for y'all about that very topic. But anyway, you know, or hell, if you ain't any of the major religions, then they against you because they feel like you're going to hell. You go to hell. I don't need that. I don't need that energy on my page. That's not who I'm trying to attract. I need Christians that understand other religions exist and they cool with that. I need travelers, people who got passports and I don't want nobody around me that doesn't see the value in a passport. Now, if you can't afford one yet, that's fine. But if you don't see the value in having one, not because of what it is, not the little book, what it does, the ability to go see the rest of the world and see it for what it really is, not be locked into one place your entire life and never see how big this world really is. If your mind is like that, that ain't my kind of subscriber. I don't need them kind of folk. I really don't. I don't even want them, because then at some point they're gonna cost me. Why? Because if you let that become the masses, people who ain't really on the same sense of objective, open, worldly views and everything come in your circle and start to dictate what is going to get numbers and not, and then you get to the point where you are monetized. So now you need this to make a living, okay? Right? You're living off of this at that point, at some point. It's part of the goals of ONYXCON. We want to live off of some of this because we're going to go, like I say, we're going to be traveling. We're going to be doing that regular, not just, oh, we did a vlog a year. No. We're going to be out there. For real. You know? And we can't be, oh, man, I don't know if my money coming this year. Because, I don't know. I made that one statement against somebody who was so ultra Christian that they got so mad that now I done lost 5,000 followers. And man, I didn't need them. If they're that simple, I don't need them from day one. I'm trying to scare them away. I'm talking like this for real. I want you not to be here. I don't need it. I really don't. I don't want it. I don't need you in my life. I don't need you on my channel. I don't need none of that energy because it's fair weather. You know, you'll like one thing, but then let one thing come up and you be like, you know, that's why I tell you, that's why I don't like, you know, we're in a situation where I'd say the whole statement about you don't talk politics, sports, that day is up. We need to redo that phrase. I used to live by that when I was young and when the world made a little bit more sense because it ain't never been completely right on right. In America, it's always been a hot mess of stuff going on politically. But now, man, this ain't even politics no more. This is survival. This is what side of history do you stand on when fools are trying to literally eliminate real history. Anybody who's happy with what MAGA maggots are doing, you ain't welcome on my channel. This ain't the place for you. We ain't about that life at all. Understood? Understood. And if you call yourself doing surveillance, baby, we packing too. That's all I'm gonna say and leave it at that. Ain't nobody scared. It's the land of the cow. Ain't nobody, what? Seriously? Stop. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. You got friends, I got bigger friends. Promise you. Cause mine go beyond human. Mine are ancestral, mine are spiritual. See, some folk talking about Sinners, the movie, I live it. It's different over here, baby. It's different over here. I'm surrounded for real. I'm protected for real. I don't have to carry a mojo bag. It's in my blood. But let me get off that because I'm going too heavy and that ain't really the topic. Not because I'm scared to talk about it. I just don't want to go too deep into that. I really want to get on these other ones to say this. Only the people who really support you in life are worth having in your life. Only the people who respect and come from enough of what you come from deserve to be a part of your family and your inner circle. You gotta be careful as you expand and go out into the world to just allow any and everybody for the sake of what some people perceive as success. Well, you know, man, you gotta be businessman. Everybody don't need to know what you think. No, that's bullshit. Because every person, obviously, at the highest of high offices, when they get enough clout, oh, they let you know what they about. Obviously. All the rules, all that don't say what you can't, it goes to hell as soon as the motherfucker starts. You know what? I'm rich enough to tell everybody to kiss my ass if they don't agree with me. That's what starts to happen. So while I'm still figuring out the financial side, I'm telling you right now, if you're, yeah, y'all. And it's like that. And let me make it clearer, because I know it ain't clear when you speak that kind of, people don't like that kind of bravado. Some people love it. Some people are clapping and loving and subscribing right now, because they the ones. They the ones I need around here. Typically. We ain't speaking of violence. Like, I don't use, you know how you notice, I've always taught like this, but I think it's become a plague of young folk, especially 20s, 30s. We talking about, even when they're in their relationship, they want to build an empire. And what are you fucking talking about empire? Do you know what the word empire means? Do you really know what the word empire means? I'm sick of people who get a little bit of corporate dollar. You literally work for someone. You don't have generational wealth. You're trying to build it. All these phrases, that's why I don't like this stuff, man. It's psychological warfare. It's playing with yourself. Because when the realities come down, you got too much of the other stuff clogging up what it is to truly defend yourself and get your stuff right and humble yourself to your situation. Realize, look, I'm not a damn empire. It has some financial success that you're a goddamn empire. You're not an empire. You're just two people who made some fucking money. That's it. That's all that is. That is not an empire. If you ain't got a whole neighborhood, not a gang, but a whole literal state of people that have taken oaths and have been psychologically manipulated to kill for your nation, you're not an empire. And why would you want to be? Just stop playing with yourself. Don't do that. I'm sick of the words, y'all. I'm sick of what it does psychologically. I'm sick of waking up every day and hearing the same stupid conversations from little children playing on the playground. What you want to be when you grow up? I want to rule an empire. I want to be a king and a queen. Motherfucker, you don't even know how to spell. Shut your dumb ass up. You're not an empire. You're a citizen of an empire. And if you can accept that, you don't have to be in the matrix. That's what the movie tried to show you. You can understand you're in it, but you ain't got to be in it. But you in it. Don't get it twisted. But you ain't got to be in it. With your childish asses. Stop saying this stupid stuff, man. I don't know how many cuss words I got before YouTube trip, so I'm trying to control myself. I'm sick of hearing it. I'm sick of hearing it. It's freaking Santa Claus and Easter Bunny conversation, man. Y'all got to come on now. It's 2025. Don't y'all see what we dealing with? This ain't no game for nobody. I don't care which side of the fence you think you on. Even if you think you part of the empire. You fucking joke. You pawn on the chessboard. That's what the hell your monkey ass is. Do you play chess for real? Or do you just say phrases? It's chess, not checker. I play every day. Let's go. I play the world every day. Czechoslovakia, Russia, what's up? I wear more ass whoopings on it to the digital than I get wins. But when I win, oh my gosh. See, I ain't got no ego in it. But when I'm at level 13 on the game I play online, you know what I'm saying? And it's one of them you play with the world. You can find me out there. I'm the third. Play chess with friends. Anybody want it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Last night I was on, this dude was a 52. I made that motherfucker quit. And it was so good. Oh, the only thing I hate about it is when they drop out before I can get the checkmate. I'm looking at the board like, oh my gosh, yes. Ooh, just go on and do it. Go on and do it. What am I doing? And then he, those simp ass, you get their queen and they drop out. I can't play without a queen. Because you don't understand, if you got a bishop and a rook, you still got a queen. You can only do one of the moves per move, punk. Oh, I'll be crushing them. I love it. Oh my gosh. Because you can see the ego when they playing. You can see this ego. Like, I've been beating all these other people. I'm just gonna keep it. Today's the day, motherfucker. Today's your day. That's the warning for the empire mind. But in the meantime, between time, just understand, ain't no damn empire. Just learn how to play the game so you can stay safe on the board. And understand you're gonna lose, but if you play other games, busting pixels, that's the other content we do, video game content. All my real ones understand. I ain't gotta explain what respawning is. You gonna play again. Now in real life, you ain't got them odds. So you got to protect your neck. Wu-Tang, come on. But serious. Learn some chess. For real. And when you play, let me tell you another thing. This is how I know somebody's all psychologically weak. When I play, I say black moves first. They say, that's not the rule. Why not? Who made that rule? Oh, I ain't trying to make shit. I just said, if I'm gonna play, black moves first. I don't give a damn if I'm white. You gonna move first. There would be no chess without Senet. Oh, well, that game is not chess. It didn't lead. Yeah, the fuck it didn't. If there was no Senet, there would have never been chess. It led to chess. And this ain't racial. Because you're trying to make it race. Race is a construct. And so is the concept of white moving first. It's a construct. Somebody had to make it that, and they made it that on purpose. On purpose. Like I said, you want to play me? Black moves first, damn it. I don't care what color the pieces are. Whatever the brighter color is, the darker one moves first. And don't run when I take the queen, because some of y'all can't play. Y'all think y'all got that one invincible piece. Every piece on the board is king and queen, because a pawn can be anything else on the board. Did you hear what I said? Everything else other than a pawn can be. Everything on the board is equally valuable. See, they don't want to play nobody like me. That's why algorithms hold back people like me. Because I'm too honest. I'm too real. I get too damn deep, and they're like, oh, man. Man, stop being scared. It's going to be all right. I'm going to have a great 100+ year life, and I'm going to keep playing chess, and I'm just going to save a few people. Y'all ain't got to worry about me. I ain't trying to start no fucking empire. I'm not your competition. You ain't got to worry about me. Go on and let me monetize. Stop gatekeeping. It's going to be all right. All I need is enough people to help me pay my bills, take some trips, and keep teaching people through edutainment. That's all I want. That's all I want. I'm not greedy. I'm not here to steal shit from your punk. Y'all the thieves. I'm not here to steal. I'm not an empire. Empire steal. I'm not here to steal. It's a beautiful bird, but I'm not a bald eagle. Bald eagles steal. Literally, they do. It's in the nature of the creature. Yeah, they steal. I'm not a thief. It's not about thievery. It's about straight up, hey, I did what I'm here to do. Let me get paid for an honest day's work. I'm putting in work. I'm helping you build your empire. Can y'all get off the gate, please? Let the money flow. Let a man pay his rent on time. Get him a house. Get a couple of houses. Show other people we can bring back the convention, make some people happy. Hollywood scared of stuff like centers. What the fuck you scared of? Man, if there was 20 centers a year, y'all would never miss a dime. You make twice the money you making right now. Did you hear what the fuck I just said? Hollywood would make twice the money they constantly make every year if they would get off the damn gates. What you're afraid of is that your punk ass ain't gonna be invited to the barbecue. You're afraid of not understanding culture. That's why I said for the cultures. You don't understand there are cultures, and there should be. I shouldn't get off the plane anywhere else on this planet and feel like I'm still in goddamn America. Uniqueness is valuable. Subscribe.